Alrighty, I would like to call to order the Cicero Park Board meeting, February 5th, 2026. It is 5 o'clock. Would our Vice President please take roll call?
Excuse me. Dan Strong.
Present.
Mary Devlin, present. Haley Bell.
Present.
Amy Wolf.
Present.
Sierra Fisher. Present.
I would like to note I said February 5th. It is March 5th, 2026. We do have a quorum, so we are ready to proceed. If everybody has had a chance to look over the agenda, I would entertain a motion to approve.
I so move.
I'll second.
Very good. We have an agenda. Moving on to the prior minutes. If everybody's had a chance to review, I would entertain a motion to approve those.
I so move.
Second.
Very good. All those in favor?
Aye.
Alrighty. Minutes are approved. We are going to start with old business. I'm going to read verbatim some notes from Superintendent Hunter, who couldn't be here today. Starting with, and also, Dan, if you have anything you want to interject that I may miss within these notes, feel free to do so.
Thank you.
I'm going to start with a gas tank update and pump replacement. The tank is in. We're ready to roll on it. Right now we're waiting on weather to break. The ground was ready for seed and site work to get everything graded back out. The process has started on the federal grant refund. I don't know if there's an update on that, but I know that the process has started for the reimbursement of that grant.
No, I don't think there's any additional update on it that we've not received any of the money or anything yet. So I know that is in the works though.
Perfect. We'll go ahead and move on to grant opportunities with Amy Shanklin. The process is still moving along. We have applied for 4 grants. Those were going to be for the flagpole, the trailhead, the trash can. 2 art grants did not get approved, but we are going to reapply for 1 art grant, which would go towards the mural. Due date for that grant is mid-July. Does that all sound?
Is that
Yes.
the mural in Community Park?
I believe so,
Okay.
yes. Yeah, so it was denied initially, but we are able to reapply for it. I think Amy's helping us with that.
Yes.
And July is, I guess I said due date, is it the award?
No, that's when the application, I believe, has to be submitted by on some of those, and then some of them we will know before then. So,
Okay.
but on the one with the benches, so actually it's being applied for. Hopefully we'll get a grant award to do benches, flower pots, and some tables and trash receptacles along Jackson Street. Is one of those projects, and then Amy is also looking into the land, water, and conservation grant funding to potentially, look at some erosion control and things like that there in Red Bridge Park. So that did open up because they closed it last year with the DNR and used those dollars for within their own park system. But they did reopen that this year, and we're hoping that we'll be able to apply for that grant opportunity too, which would be a really good one because if everyone remembers, that was a big piece of trying to do the Parks Master Plan and being able to do some of the construction there once we get that finished. So hopefully we'll secure that grant because that is the big one that we all would like to get. So.
Thank you. Moving on to the tree cutting at Red Bridge Park. Jimmy did have to reach out to a new contractor. The old one wasn't exactly pulling through the way they had promised to do so. But with that being said, he was able to get all of the work done for $2,000 now as opposed to $2,500. And with that, we were able to save some physical labor on our park staff. So not only did they come in and drop the tree, they cut the wood, hauled it away for us, and ground the stump. So they did everything all in for less money than originally quoted for the job. And that should be complete. That was last week. They were coming back to grind the stump. drainage project at Red Bridge Park. Moral of the story is the ground just hasn't cooperated yet, so they're still on the radar, but with all the freezing and thawing, and then gets too soupy to be able to really do anything. The project is still on the radar, it is still very high on the priority list, just waiting on the ground to cooperate. I do not have exact numbers, but Superintendent Hunter did tell me that we are coming in under budget by a couple $1,000 right now on that project. Library property discussion. Everything is still moving ahead. It's still looking very promising, but unless, Dan, you have heard anything in the meantime, this was still in the town attorney's hands, overlooking some of the fine print and what a contract may look like. So forward progress is moving, but no real update yet until we hear back from the town attorney. Alcohol for the farmer's market for the 2026 season. Ditto to the library. It is still with the town attorney. It is still looking promising to be able to move forward. From my understanding, it was a matter of, do we do it by season, or can we place something for the farmer's market as a whole? As long as we hold a farmer's market, can alcohol be allowed rather than year by year, so that we're not in the same predicament every year? I would have to clarify. I thought we were looking specifically for the farmer's market, just to prevent this back and forth every year beforehand. It could be an event, but I would let Superintendent Hunter or Mr. Culp speak to that.
So if I think we remember correctly, we as a board felt comfortable with trying it for a season at the farmer's market. And I think it was determined at that point, we weren't sure if we did it for one season or if we were going to allow it moving forward. And so just looking for clarification, and Mr. Culp, you know, if it's something we can do on an ongoing basis, he's looking at that, and then we could do that. I think it was strictly just for, at this particular time, for the farmer's market, because in Red Bridge, it's a little bit different there because it's allowed within the community building, as long as they have certain things taken care of, then you can have alcohol there. But we've really never done that in Community Park, so.
I know we had alcohol at, was it the Christmas festival last year?
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't, we must have got a special permission
And
for.
summer, what was it?
Oh,
Street
yeah,
dance.
it was the street, yeah, the summer festival, the
Yes.
street dance.
Yeah, that's right, we did
That's
say they
right.
could
It
do
wasn't
it.
the Christmas, it was that, yeah.
So maybe that's what they're trying to piece together, if it
Yeah.
can be ongoing where we don't have to approve it every time, and I think that would be nice, because
Right.
from what I've heard, unless somebody's heard different, and I know you would know more than any of us,
Yeah.
Amy, from the standpoint, it seems like it's never been an issue,
I've never seen any issues. Yeah.
so.
And I can speak with Mr. Hunter on this, but I think we can just clarify with Mr. Culp as far as if this is by event or just for community park. Because I agree, I think if we can, whether the verbiage is an event hosted by the town or Cicero Friends of the Park, it's automatically allowed. I don't know what that verbiage looks like, but I think at this point, it seems like we're trying to move more and more to community park, which I'm very for. I've loved everything we've had over there, so I think if we can look to make it more towards the space itself rather than per event, I think that would make the most sense. Before moving on to new business, does anybody have any further comments or anything they would like to add on any of our topics in new business? Very good. Moving on to new business. As we all know, Ms. Sierra Fisher is here with us tonight. She has been filling in, taking our minutes, but the library board has appointed her as our new official Parks Board member. So we want to welcome her and thank her for being willing to come and sit through with us and attend these ever so eventful meetings. So thank you. We appreciate your willingness to do so.
Congratulations.
Be nice to have a young voice too.
What's that mean, Amy?
I was getting ready to say you
I
were
know I'm
going.
old.
The energy property, I'm going to give the update that Mr. Hunter gave me, but Dan, feel free to come in as needed. So for those that don't know, the energy property, the old factory property next to the library, has officially been acquired by the town.
Mhm.
In the meantime, it has been asked that Jimmy and his crew just keep up with some of the maintenance for right now. What the long-term, from my understanding, what the long-term vision looks like, we're not 100% sure yet, but as far as grass control, weed control, making sure no animals are in there, keeping it secured, the Jimmy and his team are working diligently to just keep it cleaned up and maintained. But anything you would like to add, please
No.
feel free to do so.
No, I think that would be the gist of it for the day, because, you know, with the property, I think it's almost a total of 8 acres. And in that regard, so I think, you know, that at some particular time, the town council would decide exactly what they want to do with that property, and that'll allow everybody to proceed, but that's not been established yet, since they just recently required it for the town. So, but thanks to, you know, Superintendent Hunter and his team for, you know, taking on, wanting to keep it taken care of and cleaned up and things, because I think we've all known over the years that it's been a little bit unsightly, and, you know, even recently it's looking much, much better, but getting in there and getting some of the weeds down and some of the brush and things down, it'll start looking a lot nicer, and we know the nice job that Superintendent Hunter and his team does, so I would expect it to look really nice. So, thank you.
Very good. Any other comments for anything under new business? Alrighty, moving on. We only have one thing under miscellaneous tonight. That would be FOP bingo at the community building.
Yeah.
Amy, if you don't mind, if you want to comment on that.
I'll give you an update on that and a few other activities. We had our bingo on February 12th. We did have to change nights from a Wednesday to a Thursday, so we had a little bit less people, but we still made $1,500, which we thought was really, really great for the parks. Moving on, we have the Bourbon and Bites event coming up on April 24th at Red Bridge. We've sold 37 tickets so far, so we have capacity up to at least 150 tickets. So we're working on selling more tickets for that and planning.
And where can those be purchased?
Those can be purchased on our website.
Perfect.
Yep. And then we're also gonna like post links on our Facebook as well. Also, the Spring Marketplace is coming up in a few weeks on March 21st. It's a Saturday at Red Bridge. And it's a craft fair. We'll have the Easter Bunny and an egg hunt. So it's from 10 to 3. And the Friends raise money just basically from vendor fees from the vendors. So, yeah.
Getting into event season, I'm sure you
Yeah,
guys are
we're
geared
getting-
up and
Yeah, we're getting
ready to
things
go.
planned.
As always, thank you guys for everything, the entire Friends of the Park Board for everything that you all do, and
Thank you.
I know we're excited to do most of it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, does anybody have anything they would like to add under miscellaneous tonight? Very good. Superintendent Hunter has asked that I share. He will be back on March 16th, and Sarah, willingly or unwillingly, will be back on March 18th. So, both back in office on the same week, and we'll be back to full staff and ready to go. So,
And we still get to see you.
Yes.
The meetings.
I think you saw
Yeah.
Sarah today, right? And they seem to be doing well.
Yep, her and the baby and Hazel all came. Hazel just turned 3.
Oh, my goodness.
So yeah, they're all good.
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 Alrighty, with that being said, our next meeting will be April 2nd, 2026, 5 o'clock here at Town Hall. And with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Alrighty, we are adjourned.
Hey, Dan, well, when you get that shut off.